It's so weird, these little tricks that you learn along the way. But I hope that everybody is having a great weekend. I've had a super busy weekend. I was really sick all week, and then I had all these events and things I had to do. But the whole time that I was at these different events, it was great because I was able to talk to people, meet new people. They ask me what I do. So hopefully I will have a couple people that want to sign up. So fingers crossed, I'm really excited about that. For some reason, I've been getting more no's than usual, but we know that's how it is in business. There's peaks and valleys, and a lot of these no's I know will eventually be a yes. So just keeping that positive mindset is so important. But we are going to start today. Oh, hey, Katie. We're going to start today with a little recognition. I cannot believe that it's mid-month, guys. Hey, Katie. I cannot believe that it's mid-month. Like this month is, I don't want to say it's getting away from us, but in a perfect world, the goal is that you would want to make sure that you hit Success Club between 6 and 10 by the 15th of the month. I have never not pretty much done that, maybe 3 times. I haven't hit that goal in 3 years. But I do know that if I look at my notebook, and I do know that if I, because I'm running all these training groups, I'm looking at the downline, so there's a lot more stuff. But if I really look at my notebook, how many people I've invited this week, that's where the truth comes out. I can honestly tell you that I have been working on Beachbody all day. I have been training new coaches. I have been doing things, but I am victim to this too, guys. I will do all of that stuff, and then once I have completed everything, then I go ahead and I invite. And I don't always do that, but this month, for some reason, I did. And you want to always remember to put your own business first. You always want to remember that you get your workout in, obviously you drink your Shakeology, and you want to throw out those 5 to 10 invites before you do anything else throughout the day. So Carl Deichler always talks about, those are called donuts. So you typically have how many invites you're going to do. Maybe you're going to do 25 invites. Maybe your power number is 50. Before you, once you get up and you get, your morning meditation or whatever you do, shower, coffee, I always try to throw out those 5 nuggets, because even if I don't get to invites later in the day, that's a tip I wanted to share with you guys, you at least have those 5 invites out. Do you know what I'm saying? So those are called the 5 nuggets. So over time, if you were to do just 5 of those a day, that would be 150 extra in a month, which could be the difference between Success Club 4 and Success Club 6, right? So always throwing out those 5 nuggets is super, super important before you leave the house or before you start your day. So what I mean is, just do 5 invites before you get to anything else. Then you can do all your workouts, your groups, all of those things that you're doing, but making sure that you get those nuggets out. Looking at our leaderboard, and I had 2 returns. It's like, sometimes I get lucky, and when I get Success Club 10, Beachbody will give me 2 points. Well, actually 2 points by accident sometimes. So there was 2 points that were given to me that were a return. And then you also want to keep in mind that you only get 2 Success Club points per life of an account. It used to be that way. So per life of an account. So if your mom bought a challenge pack 2 years ago, and then she goes in and buys another challenge pack from you, you wouldn't get the points anymore. But now, because it's 2 per life an account, and it's linked to their email address, okay? But now it's every 6 months. So if somebody bought a challenge pack from you 6 months ago, and then they go in and do it again, you will get those points, okay? So you want to make sure that you're really mindful of that. I was awarded some, and then they went back and they'll take them away. Sometimes they won't. So, and then the month you're struggling, that's when they'll do it. It seems like it's just the craziest. But so far we have Bailey Glazer. She has, this says 10, but I know she has 14. Her and I have been in contact, and she's also a new diamond on our team. So Suzanne, let's see, Suzanne, Jessica, I don't know what time you are, Karen. You're on my left. So Suzanne, Jessica, Karen. That's it. you have actual diamonds that are in your downline that are helping you generate volume. Now, before I get into, I know I'm going up, but these are some important things that I think that we really need to recognize.
You don't have to whisper. They can't hear me.
I think we really need to recognize. Once you hit Emerald, meaning that you have a discount coach or a business builder on your right and you put one on your left, you become an Emerald coach. There is a massive downline under you guys. If Michelle Katz is a star diamond on my right, let's put 2 and 2 together, and Carrie Steelman-Schmidt is going to be qualifying for elite probably next week, you have and we're ranked 40 out of 450,000 coaches, you have a massive downline under you and you are sitting on a gold mine. I'm just going to tell you the truth. You know, you are. You cannot partake in that volume unless you get yourself to Emerald and you stay in Emerald. And Danielle, you're over in like Team Boom Patrick Reelman land. I don't even know what your weak leg looks like unless you're on an inside leg or something weird's going on and they're not building under you, or I don't know, you just need to quit and sign up with me. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what's going on, but I'm sure that you have something crazy going on over there that I'm gonna like send that into Cooper and I'll like something to add. But like I don't even know what's going on over there. But the point is once you get to Emerald, you have an active coach on your right and an active coach on your left. Okay? And I know you guys know this. So I have no idea. So Michelle Katz and I were talking, I was like, who's that new coach that like Katie signed up and she's got blonde hair and she's really cute, but like I don't know who she is. And I gotta connect with her and things like that. Eventually, you have people under you guys that you don't even know who they are, but when their Shakeology is built, it goes into your bank of volume. Does everyone understand this? So you have a power leg and you have diamonds, star diamonds, you guys, and elite coaches that are going under you guys. And they are, like they're there. So you have a power leg with the carryover volume. And then as you're building your other leg, you will cycle on that money that you don't even know who these people are, but it helps you accrue volume. But you can't partake in that unless you're Emerald and you stay Emerald, because then you lose it. So if you're doing invites and you're keeping your pipeline full and you're staying active, that is how you make money in this business, okay? So Bailey that's over there on Suzanne's my second business center. So whoever I named out first, that's a new diamond that's in your downline. It takes 5 diamonds, whether you're personally sponsored or not, for you to create a significant amount of income in your business. Catherine, you're a new coach and you're sitting pretty because you're on that path. You got a good spot because when Michelle and I talked about that, and that's something I'll talk to you about. I think it was you and Michelle that talked about that. Okay. Whether I put coaches on your right or left, it's still my right. So that's just something that I would need to be mindful of, and I will be. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to touch base about that, but we already came up with the action plan for that, the way that your parallel is going. So no need to worry about any of that with your placement. So Bailey Glazer is a new diamond. She's going for pretty much probably elite this year, and I mean she'll get it. Myself with 4, Devontae Goldsby is her boyfriend, who's also a personal trainer, who's going to be diamond, who's also on that side. Valerie Nelson with 4, Megan Gutenberg, awesome, with 4, Carrie Steelman-Schmidt with 2, and a lot of you guys, I mean, a lot of people usually get Success Club later in the month. Shelby Brown 2, Lisa Choles 2, Jackie Howe 2, Vicki Griffith 2, Suzanne Myers 2, good job. Jessica Grimsley 2, Amanda Hucks 2, Lori Curtis 2, Jackie Evans 2, Joyce 2, Catherine 2, and Maribel 2. Another thing is when you're a coach, you also definitely, these are just tips too, definitely want to make sure that you are actively on the team call, because a lot of times when, and I know there's one coach that I know, like, the reason or whatever, because I know the reason of that, but I mean, not that I even need to know the reason, it's not like their boss, but there's a direct correlation between coaches that are on the team calls and their downline that shows up for the team calls. And there's also a direct correlation between the coaches that, because like, for example, Michelle Katz, I mean, she knows everything I'm going to talk about. She doesn't really need to like clearly be on here, but she's learning and she's on here for her coaches, and that's part of it. But, you know, also in the Coach University, I wanted to explain that really quick to you guys. So sometimes I do stuff without explaining it to you, which you're probably like, what's going on? But the Coach University does not start over, okay? So there's 22 assignments. So when you get a new coach, you just have them start on day one. Does that make sense? So they go down and they look for day one, and my assistant counts the points from Monday to Monday, no matter what, okay? So you want to make sure it doesn't, I'm not wiping out the group and it starts over. You just tell your new coach to start at 1. And what we're going to do is anybody that's completed it by Wednesday, you're going to be in the drawing for this. I don't drink Energize. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I just don't. I bought it because I was going to, but I just don't. I feel like I have enough things that I like addicted to coffee and all these other things. Addicted to so many things. So I just don't need to like add Energize, and I just don't. So, but you'll be entered for a drawing of this. So you want to make sure that you complete those assignments. So that's pretty exciting. And then with the challenge groups, I know, like, it's weird because you guys see me with a lot of energy, but in between, like even when I post those workouts and I'm working during the day, I'll work really hard, guys, for like 3 hours, and then I'll take naps, or I'll just go like late, because it's all I do now, you know. I used to have like 85 jobs, but I seem like I have a lot of energy, but when I get tired this afternoon, I nap for like 3 hours. So you're entered for that, and then the way that the challenge groups are set up, and I think this will really help you guys understand the challenge groups. And I don't know how Michelle and Valerie and you guys do it, because I know you guys have your own, and Carrie Steelman's group, they have their own. But typically the challenge group, it just kind of keeps running on the Facebook group. But the app, like I have just my challengers that I group in 5s. So it's small, where they're putting in their Shakeology, their workouts, they're tracking their measurements. So once you have people that you're coaching, I suggest that you work with them one-on-one through the app, but also have them in the Facebook group. Does that make sense? So and if you don't know how to set up the app, just put it in Google, set up My Challenge Tracker app. So you want to make sure that you have that going. So the last thing that we were, oh crap, I'm struggling. A little notebook. The last thing that we were going to go over really quick, and tonight is kind of a quick call, because I know Sunday nights are hard. I know you guys have a lot to do. Probably want to get some invites sent out and set up for the week. But I wanted to go over the script on tonight's call. Last week she killed it. It was awesome. Like, pumped us up. But sometimes we got to do the like not so fun stuff. Hold on, I'm like drinking my tea.
Mom, can I have a drink?
Can you have a drink? You just ran by.
Daddy's counting.
You just, hold on a second. Landon, you just ran by your like 7 people to ask you for a drink? Okay, hold on. Here. Milk?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't want milk. I only like
Oh my god. Why is he counting?
Because
What's he counting for? He's supposed to be cleaning the upstairs. Oh my god, seriously. What's he doing? He's supposed to be cleaning my room and making it cozy. Alright. So, which is like totally true, because I was like, if I'm gonna do this team call, I need you to go upstairs and clean the upstairs. I can't sleep in this filth. Okay. Alright, so I want to go over the script. So with a raise of hands, who uses the script, or who uses the script? Or who does their own thing?
Me.
Okay, so kind of the script and kind of your own thing. Now, I do the script, but there's some things I wanted to show you because it's very basic. I told you guys that I always like my clipboard is like my Facebook. Like I Facebook myself. Can you guys see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. It's loading. Hold on one second. Here it is. All right. Megan, can you see my Facebook Messenger? I can't see you guys, so.
I can see like
This-
part of your messages, but the main screen, oh, now I can.
Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. Okay. So one of the things, I'll talk about the onboarding process another time, so we're not on here forever. Okay. One of the things that that is really important to do, and I know that it works, is to have a good understanding of the script for when you invite. So we have our workouts, we have our proof in the product, we have that we drink Shakeology. Then we read personal development, right? We all know that. And there is two main, so back when a lot of you guys first started, we approached the script differently. We were really doing a lot on Facebook, and we approached it differently. And then, I was getting like 20 points, and that was like really awesome. And Michelle was getting 20 points. And then these like girls came out of nowhere that were getting like 65. And I'm like, really? How are you getting 65? Like, how do you get like there? And I don't mean this in a catty way, but when I think to myself, there's no way that somebody's like outworking me or like working longer than I am or whatever. And I know that I don't mean that in a catty way, but I said, well, it's not about longer, faster, quicker. It's about smarter and having the right wording. Okay. And you got to cut the fluff. Cutting the fluff is a lot of stuff, and it's a numbers game. And there's two different ways that I approach people. And I've been doing this. I was doing it on Facebook for years. I feel like my numbers are low right now because I'm doing Instagram and I'm not as comfortable with it. But I'm not trying to win the short-term game. I'm trying to win the long-term game. Meaning I could probably have 15 points right now if I did just Facebook. But long-term, Facebook is fading away. Things in social media and technology, things change. And I'm not very proficient at Instagram, but I know that things are changing. And the more I practice, the better I will get, right? So pretty much, if you're on Facebook and you're inviting and you just go for the invite, and if I sent somebody this on Facebook, they probably would unfriend me and be offended. And I feel like when I say that, I mean that Facebook is kind of to me like if I go into somebody's house and I fix myself an ice water without them asking me if I need a drink. Wouldn't that be awkward if somebody just came in your house and opened your refrigerator and was like, they just make themselves a glass of ice water? And that's kind of like so inappropriate, right? But I feel like Instagram, that's acceptable. So you can do things a little bit differently on Instagram. So the two initial invites that Katie Morgan, Ashley Fell Dyson, who is on our team, Team Boom, she is top 10 qualifying coach right now. These are the two things that they use because I said, well, what are you saying? What are you saying? Because clearly it's working, okay? I don't like the second one because I feel like I'm already giving them away the key, but I use the first one. So anybody that's following me on Instagram, and if you don't have, maybe you only have 90 people that are following you, right? Maybe you only have 90 people that are following you on Instagram, or maybe you don't have an Instagram. That's okay. Go on your Instagram, look up like Gap Jeans, or look up like if say you live by Florida, you look up like Delray Beach, or you look up Orlando or Disney World. And then you follow like 200 people, and then 100 people are going to follow you back. And I do that over and over and over again. Every day I follow 100 people, and then I know I'm getting ahead of myself. And then I use the Cleaner app on Sunday, and anybody that didn't follow me back, that app automatically unfollows them because you don't want to be following a lot more people than, are following you. And it links to your Facebook too. So it'll automatically, your Instagram will follow, and most of your people, you can link it to your Facebook. So I did that, and I don't know how I did it. I don't know, but it tells me, and I'll show you. And I think Michelle, I think that you have to go in your settings. Just look it up. I mean, I honestly can't tell you how to do it, but if I go to my followers, at the top, it says Facebook friends. See that? So there's 1,228 people at the top that I'm not following that are my Facebook friends. So you find that because you go to followers, and when I click on that, then
I think those are just your Facebook friends who aren't already on Instagram, and it's telling you you can invite those people.
Oh, I thought that was, hold on a second. Well, there's another button you got to look around there. Maybe it's in the settings on there, but the point of it is because you want to make sure that you're also following those people on Instagram, because then you're not bothering them as much on Facebook. So then I go through and I do the ABCs. So last week, if you were on the call, Casey Smelzinger was like, do you guys do your ABCs? And one of the ways that Annie taught me way back in the day is right now I'm on the letter G, and I just go to my followers. Put that down, Isabella. She goes, no. I have nice kids. And then I'm on the letter G. So I just go to, you guys all know how to do this, right? So I just go to followers, hit you know what I'm saying. You go to followers and it'll say search in the letter G. So I'll go through and I'll say to the people, hey girl, well, I don't like that one. Hey girl, how are you? Thanks very much for the following my health and fitness journey. I'm actually opening up, because I'm cutting right to the chase. I'm actually opening up a few more spots in my challenge. Would you be interested in snagging one? So that is what Katie Morgan said. She's like, Ashley Feldyson just said snagging one, but I put or maybe getting some details, because snagging one means like, do you want one? And I feel like it's a yes or no question. So now I'm giving them another option. Also, if somebody likes your photos, we've talked about those Instagram stories. The Instagram stories, like right here, I have like a whole story. Like I went to the grocery store and I took a picture of that food. Like it's simple. Last night painting, like in the car, meeting earlier, anything I'm doing, Bella, seriously, no. My daughter has this, like, my son got this thing for his birthday, and it's this, isn't this terrible? Like, this came with a kid's toy. This, like, plastic knife thing. And when I'm done with my call, I'm taking that from you guys, because there's no reason for you guys to have weapons. Go. 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 And, like, who puts that in a kid's toy? These kids, they wonder why all these people are going crazy. If the app that cleans out the ones who don't follow you, what's the app? It's called Cleaner. So then I'm sending that to the people who are following me or whatever. Following me, I'm following them. And I go through that, and I'm doing 50 sounds overwhelming, guys. I timed it, and it's not because I'm good at it or I'm fast at it. If you take 30 minutes, you should be able to do 30. You're only going to get 2 or 3 people that are going to respond to you, right? And then out of those 2 or 3 a day that respond to you, say you have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 in a week that respond to you, so you're having 21 conversations, you're lucky if one of those people is going to buy a challenge pack from you. So if you're only doing like 5 or, give me that.
Here you go.
If you're only doing like 5 or 10 of those a day, some coaches, and I'm not trying to put pressure on you guys, but even if you took 1 hour, stop it, Isabella, go sit down. Even if you took 1 hour, you would be doing more, and I could do more invites in an hour than I know most coaches are probably doing in a whole month, right? So then they say, and this is where people get like super, get scared. And the only thing that I can tell you is you're going to be scared. I'm scared when I do it. And sometimes I even avoid answering. I'm like, God, what do I say now? And I'm a star diving coach over here, and sometimes I'm scared, but I just do it afraid. So then they say, sure, send me the details. And this is where people really mess it up. And I'll go to their page, and if it looks like they're already into fitness, I'll say, well, it looks like you're killing your workouts. What kind of workouts are you into? You've got to talk to them before you send them the details. I know for a fact that if you follow this system, it's going to work. So when somebody says, if Ruth Ann says, yeah, Marie, shoot me the details, and I say, for $160, you get blah, 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 here's my link. Let me know if you want to sign up. You've completely killed your business and you've done it wrong. Okay? So the next part, I love this part of the script right here. This part right here, so after you talk to them, you talk about their fitness goals. I always throw in, when they talk about their fitness goals, I always say, yeah, me too, and it's so hard being a mom. I'm so busy, working full time, you know, because you know that they're going to say those things to you, right? Like, I'd love to join you, Catherine, but I'm so busy with my work and with everything. There's no way that I can actually join you because I'm just too busy. So before we even get to what it is, I tell them how it works for me because it's because I'm so busy. I also tell them, before I even tell them anything about it, I'm like, yeah, it's been great and it's cheaper than Netflix, which is crazy. You know, I'll throw in little pieces as I go along before we even get to the objection, right? You don't wait for the objection to come and then face the objection. Just like clockwork, every single time it's end, I still get that objection, right? So you want to be planting the seeds of what you project, what they're going to say before they say it, all right? So this part's really cool. Basically, you would have support, accountability, nutrition. Anyone can get a program. I always tell them this. Anyone can get a program. Anybody can join a gym. But what's cool is you get the group, the support, and all of that stuff, right? Because they're going to tell you, oh, that's Beachbody. I've done that before. My friend did it. I have an Insanity DVD. I have the 21-day fix. I don't know where my containers are, right? So I always tell them, well, you know what? Like, anybody could get, I was talking to this girl today at this birthday party I was at. They say anybody can get a program. Anybody can join a gym. But what's going to give you those results is working with me, because I have those DVDs. I have those gym memberships. But I didn't use them because I didn't have the support, I didn't have the accountability, and I didn't have that, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you focus on. And then they're going to say, well, how much is it? How much is it? And I always tell them a little bit more before I say how much it is, how, you know, I always tell them a little bit more. This is the next part of the script. I talk to them a little bit about how they, you know, they do replace a meal. I don't know why that's paused. Sorry. Okay. I do talk to them a little bit about, you know, everything that it comes with, but then I say, then you get me, which I will help you make a meal plan that works for you, with your accountability, checking in with you regularly. So I know that when, you know, there's coaches and they're asking, well, what do I do? Do I just throw them in the group? I know for a fact that they haven't even read these scripts, because no, you don't just throw them in the group. That's dumb. Anybody can join a Facebook group. It's not even that good, right? So you get on a Zoom Skype call with them. You go over a meal plan, whether you copy it off of Pinterest, whether you say, do you know where I make meal plans, guys, but I don't make meal plans for everybody. Who has time for that, right? So I post in the Boom family. Once you're an Emerald, you move up to this other coach group. And not really move up, but it's like, we have ours and this. And I say, does anybody have some PDFs of meal plans for somebody that's doing 80-day obsession plan B, you know? And then they're all in the thing, and you can find them all online. And then I sit there and I go over it with them. What are their goals? I go over the challenge. I tell them they're going to check in with me on the app. So no, you're not just throwing them in the Facebook group, because that's not you coaching them. That's me posting like things, or you posting you went for a run or this or that, but you're coaching them with that one-on-one on the side. And then it says, does that sound like something that you want to jump in with me? And then they're going to say, well, I'd love to, but it's just too expensive. Okay? Now, that's where I always tell them, I say, it is expensive. You're right. You're right. It is. But what I found is this. Then you go back to their goals, right? They wanted to lose 30 pounds. Well, that's great, but you better have asked them why they wanted to lose 30 pounds. Because if you just said, oh, 30 pounds, well, I have this program, you didn't make it personal. You didn't make it passionate with it. They don't have that emotional connection to it. It's just 30 pounds. I don't care if it's 30 pounds. Maybe you just want to feel better, you know, and those no's, and then I write them down. Because, like, for example, this one girl, Samantha Packard, she's going to be a great coach. She didn't sign up. I thought she was going to sign up for sure. Her and Michelle Katz became best friends. She told me that she was going to sign up, and then she didn't. I know that she's going to eventually, right? I know that she will. So my no's right now, I know our yeses later. But the fortune is in the follow-up, right? We know that if we're reading entrepreneurship books. Yes. I thought you said something. So then you go over the price objection with them. Then I am also, I throw in, I give people sometimes like a Target gift card, even if it's like $5. I get those little packets of Energize and Hydrate. And I know you're probably like, God, that's one more thing, or, you know, whatever. Eventually, though, like when you do those and you get a couple, you know, people, it's not going to make that big of a difference because you want to get to Emerald. So you have to get to Emerald and then move forward to Diamond. If you don't get to Emerald and you're not getting Success Club, you're not unlocking your business center, building that volume. When you get Success Club 6 or 10, then you get those free customers from Beachbody, right? And then you're adding them into the app. When I get Success Club 10, guys, I'm getting Shakeology Challenge Pack orders from people and getting the commission off of that, and I don't know who they are, right? So that is going to pay, that in the beginning will pay for your Shakeology. So no matter what, no brainer, get 10 points so that your products are at least paid for and you don't have to keep defending it to your family in the beginning when you're coaching or yourself or working it in your budget, so you know it's automatically paid for and it's not another expense, right? So then you're doing those numbers, you're doing those invites, and then all of it will go full circle. But if you're just talking to a couple people and if you're kind of waiting, like Danielle, if you're sitting there and you're like, man, that girl Sarah said she was going to sign up and then she didn't, I'm getting 20 Sarahs a week that say they're going to sign up and they aren't. And then I go to this kid's birthday party. I'm talking to this mom. She wants to sign up, but then she went and got a pedicure and now she's too tired and I'm not going to bug her, but I'm going to talk to her tomorrow. And I know, I'm 99% sure she will. Those other people will, but they weren't ready yet. Pipelines full, over and over and over, you know? And cut the fluff, guys. You know, post on your Facebook, do your workouts, because this business will defeat you and spit you out, and you're going to get angry and you're going to quit. And it's going to be, you're going to see all these people, because I've been there, see all these people having massive success, and it eats you up. But you got to do the dirty work. You got to do the dirty work. You got to do the unsexy. You got to do the uncomfortable. You got to get rejected, and you got to run those numbers and make those lists, because that's how it's done. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. So what questions do you guys, and I know we already know this. And I'm reading this stinking, because I read like 5 books at once. I don't know if you guys do that. I do it. I shouldn't do that. But this part, I know we go over and over and over it again, but I know you guys aren't doing it because I don't see your name on the board. And if I saw your name on the board, Karen, I know you were doing it, and I know you can do it because you're smart. Now she's hiding. She's like, I'm never going to get on a call again. But I did see Karen, though. She was on that call, and she liked Casey, and Karen came out of her shell on Instagram. I saw your post. They were good, and they weren't boring. The other ones were boring. Last week was good. Because I may not comment on everything, but I watch you guys, you know? And I'm like, oh, that's good. That's cool. Look at Karen coming out of her shell this week, you know? So, Christine, you got to come out of your shell. Your posts are really, really good, though. But you got to peel back that onion a little bit. Peel back that onion just a little bit. And we'll still be nice to Catherine because she's new. But she's killing it. She's killing it too. So, all right, guys. Well, yeah. So, what questions do you guys have for me this week? Today. I was thinking about something for this week. Anybody have any questions? It's okay if you don't. Write down Tuesday. I'm gonna go live. I used to do a coffee talk, a call like this. It's quicker for me just to give a tip, and I'm gonna go live every Tuesday in the coach group instead of bombarding you guys with information. Every Tuesday, I'm cutting out a lot of that fluff. I'm going to go live on Tuesdays at 10:30 in the morning. Make sure you catch that. Get your list. Get your numbers. And when you do your post, try to add like a little story in it, you know, when you're posting on social media. A little bit about your day, maybe something you're feeling or reading without, you know, upsetting Granny. And start peeling back the onion layer just a little bit, and people will connect with you. People are going to buy stuff from you because they like you and they connect with you, because nobody has $180. I'll tell you that right now. Thanks. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody before we get off? Go ahead. Come here. She's too shy now. All right. Bye, guys. I hope everybody has a good night, and I hope that really helped everyone. Bye. And Danielle, we do need to talk this week. I saw your message. The app that cleans out your combos. Yeah. It's cleaner. It's cleaner. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Oh, wait. We should take a picture. God, content. Lord. Can someone else take the picture? Can someone else? Because I'm always in it. Like, Michelle, you can take it. Maybe like you try to be cute with his body. Got it?
Do it once more because my screen wasn't like all big.
Okay. Hold on. Well, never mind. I don't have time to pull that.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye.
And Michelle, you can make a post and tag us. Thanks.